After you have imported your harvest records from John Deere Operations Center or Climate FieldView using the import queue, you can take an extra step to improve your harvest values by importing your scale tickets. This is optional, but recommended because you'll get an immediate harvest value in the software from your machine data. And later, when your elevator or on-farm scale tickets are ready, you can enter them to replace estimates with the exact weights and values. That way, you get quick numbers up front and more accurate records for crop inventory and profitability reports once tickets are available. Traction makes this easy by utilizing the Upload CSV import function from the crop inventory module. This video will guide you through the steps of importing the harvest machine data to adding the scale tickets for the harvest record, which will update your field's yield values. When your account is connected to John Deere or Climate FieldView, your harvest operations will auto-populate in the import queue. After they are in the queue, you will need to complete the necessary details to create a field record. After you have entered the details, like the harvest product, the yield details, machines, and personnel, you will need to click Import. Once imported, this harvest operation will be entered as a harvest record. If you plan on entering scale tickets for this harvest, you do not need to worry if your machine was calibrated correctly and the average yield or total yield quantity matches your scale tickets, because when you enter the scale tickets later, they will overwrite this quantity that is entered from the machine data, and a new yield will be calculated based on the total from the scale tickets. Now that you have imported the field harvest record, you can view it from the Field Records tab. If I click on this record, you will see the harvest details. Since we have not entered the scale tickets yet, you will see the values that were entered from when you imported the harvest operation. In the next steps, I will add my scale tickets so these values will be changed when completed. To enter your scale tickets, click on the Crop Inventory tab in the menu bar and select Add Loads in the top right corner. From here, you can select to either enter tickets manually, or if you have a CSV file with the field scale tickets, you can select CSV Import to upload the file to your harvest record. I will be selecting CSV Import in this example. From here, I will need to assign a grower, harvest product, and crop year for the scale tickets that will be uploaded. Next, select a CSV file or drag and drop the CSV file into the file box that contains the loads for a field you want to upload. The template box can be left blank for now, but after you complete one upload, you will be asked to save a template to help speed up this process in the future. Click Next to continue. The next screen will ask you to map the columns that are in the CSV file to the appropriate traction category. In this example, my CSV column heading, Commodity with Soybeans, corresponds to the harvest product in traction. Map all the items you wish to be uploaded from the CSV on this screen along with selecting the correct unit of measure and click Next to continue. After you have mapped the columns, you will need to assign a few associations. To do this, you will make selections for the items on your screen. In this example, I need to select my harvest product, the field, a storage location, the equipment and personnel that was included on my CSV. Once the associations have been entered, click Next to continue. The final step will be to review how your data from the CSV will be uploaded. Review this data, and if something does not look correct, you can click the back button to return to previous screens and make corrections before saving. If everything looks correct, you can either select Save Template and Import or Import. I will be selecting Save Template and Import, so the mapping process I completed earlier will be saved to speed up future scale ticket CSV uploads. To save the template, you will need to enter a name. You should name the template in a way, but you can identify it later based on how the CSV was created. For example, if the CSV was created by a specific truck scale system, I might name it Truck 101 Scale. Enter the name and click Save. Your scale ticket data is now uploaded to the harvest record that was imported from the import queue, and the individual tickets can be viewed from the crop inventory ticket option. You can also view the harvest details by selecting Field Records from the left menu bar and then clicking on the field harvest record. You will notice that the original machine data values from the import queue's harvest operation have been changed. A new yield is now reported from the imported scale tickets. This update now provides you with the accurate quantity that was harvested. I hope this video was helpful in learning the steps to import harvest operations and upload harvest CSV scale tickets. Please visit the Traction Knowledge Center for more useful articles.